Alrighty, so we're talking about procrastination right now. We're talking about commitment. We're talking about habits. And what I want to say about procrastination is this. That's a habit that will really disempower you in ways that you can't imagine. Because what happens is that individuals that are procrastinating are individuals a lot of times that have low self-esteem. The reason you have low self-esteem is this. There's primarily two ways that you increase self-esteem or lower it. The way that you can increase esteem is by making commitments, setting goals, and actually accomplish them. You actually build your self-worth, your confidence, and esteem when you do that. And the opposite is true. If you make commitments to yourself or others and don't accomplish it, it takes a little bit of a little piece of you away. And the same thing with positive self-talk. If you're talking to yourself, you know what, I'm doing good, I'm doing the best I can, I'm moving well in life, things are going well for me, you're building your esteem up. The opposite is true, is if you have negative self-talk going on. Wow, what's wrong with me? How come I can't do this? I'm a failure. I'll never accomplish my dreams. If you're talking to yourself that way, you're tearing down your esteem. Now, why is it important that you talk to yourself in a positive light and set goals and commitments? Well, listen, it takes a lot of energy to talk negatively to yourself and not accomplish goals. Think of all the time and energy and effort you spend thinking and worrying about it. Why didn't I do this? It's actually easier to, if you set intention and put yourself out there and accomplish your goals. Believe it or not, it's easier for you. And not only that, you're going to feel better, and you're going to be able to break that habit. So that's where we were, Steve. And where do you want to go next?
Kenneth, I actually have some questions about that. I used to have a coaching practice many years ago, and guess what I focused on? I focused on integrity. It was like an integrity coaching practice, and I was focusing with my clients on making promises to themselves and to others. And what I was attempting to teach them is that the point is not when you make a promise to someone and you can't keep it, or you not going to keep it. Well, there's so many variations of this. I actually believe, Kenneth, that if we could get this one thing down on the planet, we would have a completely different planet. Just this one thing. And this can be sometimes a little bit complex, but let's just do it this way. If I make a promise to you, Kenneth, that by next week I'm going to send you something in an email. Okay, how many conversations like this take place in a day? Millions. Well, right there's a problem. Because I just said next week. Well, when is next week? That could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? It's not really created in time and space. So one of the things people do, and the reason why they procrastinate, is because they don't say, guess what, Kenneth? By next week, this time, 7:30 in the evening, you will have an email from me that I'm promising you to send you with an attachment. Okay? The week goes by, and guess what? I get busy. Actually, at 7:30 in the evening, I have a live show, and I don't do it. What did that just cost me? And what did that promise, unfulfilled promise, just cost you?
Yeah, it costs us a little bit of ourselves is what it cost us. And what most people, remember I said the Enlightened Millionaires, one of the first things that I mentioned was that everything counts. And everything counts, and we're building our esteem, we're building our energy, we're in the flow of life. Now, just because, it's just as important, though, if you do make a commitment and you break it, not to have the negative self-talk. Oh, man, I should have done that. No, what I encourage people to do is look at what's working for you and what's not. Now, I don't know too many people that being out of integrity is working for them. In fact, most of the people, the people that are extremely out of integrity are sitting behind bars in jail cells. You know, they painted the prison bars in front of them in their own minds before the bars showed out on the outside. Because there's an old proverb that says, "As within, so without." So if you're listening to the show and you're saying, "Wow, this guy's kind of radical, man," and you mean to tell me if I don't show up for something and make a commitment and I don't keep my commitment, somehow it's impacting me? Yeah, at some level it is. So it's important to develop your willpower, which is what we're talking about also. You know, it's like you say, "I'm going to do this," and you move forward and you commit it. And also your won't power. You know, it's just as important not to put yourself in a place where you're overcommitting and you're
Oops, he dropped again.
Okay, we'll try it again.